Good Day Journal. You know, there are only some occasions when anyone gets excited by a fire. Fires are great for cooking. Just ask Eddie Murphy's Uncle Gus, who overdid starting the fire during the family cookouts. I believe Uncle Gus's words upon realizing he turned the barbecue grill into a bomb were, "Now that's a fire!" Fires are mighty helpful when it's cold outside. Like when it's freezing outside and you're visiting a place that has a roaring fire. Like when your romantic host, who has a hot burning desire for some of that hot chunk of hot sexual chocolate, tries to convince you not to go home because, baby, it's cold outside. That's when a fire is very, very good to me. But aside of those situations, fires make you nervous. Fires like forest fires and 5-alarm fires in the city, like the Great Chicago Fire, are the type of fires that nobody wants to see. En fuego is what sportscasters say about an athlete who seems unstoppable. Still, outside of those few fiery aberrations, I don't think anybody is all that fond of fires. And yet there is another beneficial fire that you don't seem to be able to do without. A fire up under your ass is the fire I'm referencing. At times it seems that even you cannot get going. Now and again, you will not get out of your way to continue moving forward the way the Spirit demands to get to where you declare you want to go without a fire up under your ass. Too frequently, for your best interests, you need a fire lit up under your ass for you to move urgently and purposefully. One time is too often to get caught doing less on the new day than you did on the previous day. Contentment is a common, faithless, and terrible thing. The world is in an existential crisis in so many ways because we are a content species. We only feel the fire of the planet burning when it's under our ass. The whole world could be burning down all around us, but unless the heat bakes or boils our ass, we are perfectly content to do nothing to put out the fire others suffer from. Contentment is like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer. It can kill you. Contentment is no different than COVID-19. It's highly contagious, spreading quickly to all who get close to you, and it can be life-threatening. Contentment puts you in a zone, unlike the zone you might find yourself in when you are an athlete en fuego. No, the zone contentment positions you in is none other than the comfort zone. You can't afford to get too comfortable in your life. Your experiences with too much comfort are like a baby wrapped in a blanket sipping on Similac. Before long, you'll be out for the count. In no time, you'll be asleep in dreamland. You don't have the time to sleep or daydream. Now is not the time to be wasting the day away like an infant nursing on a mother's breast. The time to be alive, doing all you can to make your most audacious hopes and dreams come true is now upon you. Don't let anyone think this about you and how your mama raised you. I didn't stutter. I said, pop your titty out his mouth and stop babying him. It was the moments when you felt a fire burning up under your ass that got you out from under the unbearable weight of your former life. Those days when you sat teetering between becoming a best-selling, award-winning author and global public intellectual and remaining in that profession you dreaded were the pivotal moments when you needed a fire. You sat teetering between never becoming who you always imagined and simply being the version of yourself you could hardly stand because you existed in your comfort zone. As most folks do, you reside in a place where there's little challenge to being anything more or better. You sat, as many people do, in a position of perpetual ease and fatal simplicity. When you know your life like the back of your hand and build up a monotonous routine over the years, it becomes a place of comfort. When you can do something without hardly thinking about what you're doing and do so with your eyes literally and figuratively closed, you are in your comfort zone. Here, you are most likely experiencing that fateful moment known as contentment, when you coast through your comfort zone. You must not ever confuse contentment with nirvana or self-transcendence. No, contentment is just when you turn off the fire that burns inside you to be better than you were yesterday, when you no longer take on the challenge of being who you always imagined. There's nothing blissful about contentment. You will never find the meaning of life, how to serve the greater good, or the purpose of your life being content living in your comfort zone. Today, don't wait for a fire to get lit up under your ass. Have enough sense to be initiative taking, enough not to need a proverbial accelerant and a match to get you off your ass and to get going. You still have so much stuff to do in this life. There are so many books inside you to share with the world. The Creator gifted you to share many original, insightful, futuristic, and out-of-the-box analysis on life, love, and laughter with the world. You can't even get close to living up to your potential if you aren't always on fire to be your best self, if you need someone to light a fire up under your ass. You need to ensure the internal fire in your belly voraciously burns so that humanity is better when you exit the planet than you found it. Remember, an indoor fireplace beats sitting outside in an outdoor fire pit all day, every day. Such symbolize the fire the divine gives you inside to ignite you each day. Let the fire burn inside the pit of your gut. Jump around and get going like your hair is on fire. What I can assure you is that you don't want the raging fire on your ass. Get going now to be who you always wanted to be while you have time. Get going before the fire on your ass is more than a small fire, but is an Uncle Gus barbecue grilling fire. And somebody yells out as you are set ablaze, "That's a fire! That's a fire! Look at that! Look at that! He be alright. Roll Charlie round. Roll him around."
Reflect and write. Have you become content? Are you in the comfort zone of your life? Might you be living on autopilot, giving little thought to your life and cruising through each day as if there's nothing more for you to do? Now is not the time for you to settle into comfort. Your best life will not manifest in a place of ease. It is time to consider what you have been gifted to do that requires you to move beyond your comfort zone. What is it that only you have been created to do? Now act. If you have never tried journaling forward, we would like to invite you to do so today. Imagine what your best life filled with accomplishing big, audacious goals would look like. Be specific. Now set a timer for 14 minutes and write about it as if it has already come to pass. Once you finish writing, consider whether these things can be accomplished in your current comfort zone or if it's time to ignite that internal fire. Remember, Nate said, an indoor fireplace beats sitting outside at an outdoor fire pit all day, every day. There is no need to wait for someone else to light your fire. The Creator has given you all you need to spark the blaze that will enable you to set the world on fire. If you are looking for a place to begin, look at some of the resources on Nate's website. Now journey forward.